Hello guys and welcome back to another one. So on today's video I'm going to talk about a free-to-play commander that is really useful on many aspects of the game and it's also going to help you unlock a possibility for your account that it's not possible any other way except of owning Sheila and getting her to the 4-star ability, so the max quality for her. So Sheila is going to be a free-to-play commander where you can get your tokens from the Weird tree. With the Weird shop now, you can get your tokens pretty quickly and pretty cheaply as well. But if you're making a new account and you're starting now, new accounts have some quests that are going to provide you with some Sheila tokens as well there. So why you should focus on getting Sheila? Well, for starters, Sheila is going to be a great commander if you are going to use Bowman, since on her kit is going to give you Bowman attack and honestly a pretty big amount as well. So on her base stats is going to be 30% Bowman attack and the other two attributes are going to be passive. So the first passive one is going to be the increase in grain protection by 100% on the gold quality and the fortifications attack by 50% on gold quality as well. Sheila is only good for bowman attack if you're going to go for PvP, but where Sheila I think is really useful is on her guard skill, which is going to be used on the Weirwood tree, Weirwood memories, rebel leaders and training grounds. So her kit here is going to consist of doing focused attacks on the enemies. So her active skill is going to be the Wild Hunt and she's going to deal almost 16,000 damage to the enemy target. Every 6 seconds she's going to get 5,000 attack stat with the No Lady passive skill. Next going to be Intimidated and she's going to increase the damage against the enemy and it's going to stun the enemy as well for 2 seconds every 7 attacks. And lastly, the competitive spirit is going to give a bonus attack to all commanders on your formation by 5,000. So she's really good on training grounds, as I said, Weirwood Memories, Weirwood Tree, and Rebel Leaders. She's a little bit weaker than Ethereum Greyjoy, which is going to be a paid commander. So getting almost similar stats for those events from a free-to-play commander is really important. As you're going to see here, single target DPS and single target buff is going to be how the game describes Sheila. But where Sheila I think really excels is on her 4-star ability, which is going to unlock a secret passive for your castle. Not so secret if you have the skill, but something that you can't get otherwise if you don't have a Sheila 4-star. So as with every commander, her awakening is going to consist of 4 stars, going from the increased damage from your active army skill. Next up on the 2 star is going to be the quality evolution on the friendship tree on the tavern, which is really good. We're going to talk about this one as well. The 3rd star is going to be the increase in commander passive skill value by 1.6 times or 60%, which is going to give you a bigger increase in the bowman attack up to 48%, the increase in grain production going up to 106%, and the fortification attack increase up to 80%. So on the last star, this is where the magic happens. The continuous shot is going to give you bowman attack increase by 25% as a passive, and the most important I think is the upkeep consumption rate reduced by 50%. What does this mean exactly is that if we go to my castle here and hover over the grain icon, you're going to see that my hourly upkeep is going to be 41, about 41 million grain per hour. So if I had on my account, let's say 100 million, grain is going to get eaten by my troops in a matter of 5 hours. And this is with Sheila fully upgraded on my castle. So the current um, consumption is double compared to this one. But as you're going to see here, still I got an hourly upkeep production cost. But if I go to the Sept of the 7 and use the upkeep reduction here, reduced army upkeep, uh, let's go by 50% for 24 hours. Let's see what happens now. As you're going to see, the hourly upkeep is going to go down to 0 per hour, meaning that my account, as many people refer to it, is going to be able to hold grain. This is really important for your castle, since if you have your army eating your grain, you're never going to be able to have grain on your account, and you are going to, when you need grain for troop training, healing, on everything else, you're going to use from packs or from items, which is less than ideal, especially if you have the diamonds to spare for the 50% upkeep reduction. There is a way that you can decrease the cost of your upkeep again, and if you go to the Royals Kingsband set here on the boots, on the max quality, on the gold quality, you're going to get 25% consumption rate reduction. So if you're wearing those boots, you can skip the 50% reduction in grain and go down to the 25% for 7 days, for example. It's the best value. So if you wear the boots, having Sheila and having the grain ration by 25% reduction, you're going to have again a 0 hourly cost of troops, of grain eating away by your troops. So as I said, really great thing. As you're going to see now that I use the scroll almost 2 minutes now, I already have almost 6,000 grain on my account. So this is really important, as I said, going for invasions on your daily stuff. You're going to need training troops, doing researches, and so on. Having 0 hourly upkeep production consumption, sorry, is going to be really important, since using your grain items, eventually you're going to run out. So you can now start farming from the resource plots that are there around in the map, and you're never going to have the problem of never having grain on your account. Just make sure that you keep an eye on the scroll here, since when it's going to run out, your hourly production upkeep consumption, yeah, consumption is going to increase back to normal. So keep an eye on this screen here and make sure you redo it weekly or daily, depending of what you want to do. So lastly, let's go to the tavern and talk about Sheila on the tavern as well. So on the tavern, Sheila is going to be a 4-star combat rate commander and a 2-star finance commander. Finance is the free gold, which is not that important, but a 4-star combat rate for a commander, especially a free-to-play one, is really important. And going up to 5-star for the from the awakening, from the 2-star awakening of the commander, going up to 5 stars on combat rate is going to be great. And as you're going to see here, I pumped your level up to 61 to get as much combat rate as I can. Since combat rate is going to increase your total stats, is really good to have. And Sheila is going to need desserts in order to get the most out of the gifts I'm going to give here. So apple cake, for example, and sweet biscuits are going to be really useful to increase your level in the tavern. A quick example of Sheila in the rebel leader formation here, combined with Theon, for example. Here damage output every time she uses an active skill is going to be really big. and especially if you're going to go for level 6 level leaders, her damage output is really important, and also her stun every 7 seconds is going to help you tank more effectively against the enemy rebel leader. So I think that pretty much concludes my small and quick guide for Sheila. A small hint that I'm going to give you is that the new event that is coming in 2 days, the Night King invasion, is going to bring us her weapon as well. So her weapon here, the I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, is going to give us resource gathering speed and research speed, and as well as we're going to give us total defense for the 4-star ability upgrade, up to 25 total defense on the last stage. So you're going to see her weapon in the Night King invasion as we saw in Pioneer. If nothing changes there, we're going to see her weapon fragments coming on Night King invasion. So thanks for watching, guys, and I see you on the next one.
Waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire.